I want to talk to you today about how to establish a marketing budget that is going to drive predictable growth for your moving and storage business. Or maybe better said, it's going to help your team, your marketing agency or marketing team, hit those growth goals for you. So first thing you need to do is start with last year's data. Take a look at your total revenue and number of jobs that you had to deliver to get that revenue. That's going to give you an average revenue per job. Now, you need to say, okay, what did it take to get those jobs in the door? How many quotes did we have to deliver? Because not every quote wins a job. So how many quotes did it take to get those jobs? Then you have to look at how many leads did you bring in and how many of those leads turned into quotes. Now, if you don't know this information, this is why you have a CRM. But you can also have a simple CRM as a spreadsheet. So you have to go digging through this data to really now know it took, I'm going to just use round numbers, it took 100 quotes to get to 70 jobs that generated an average revenue of $1,200 per job. So 70 times 1,200, you math majors can do that. I can't do it off the top of my head. And since I'm on a video, we would say, I'm going to use my calculator and I'm going to say 70 times 1,200, $84,000. So not a real big kind of thing. Those are just examples, numbers to keep it simple. So you generated $84,000. How much did you spend in marketing to go generate $84,000? That's what you should be asking. The other thing, so that's how you set your baseline target. So you know the data that it took you to get to last year's numbers, or projection of last year's numbers, and now the next thing you need to do is get really clear on your growth target for this year. So if you generated $84,000 last year, are you trying to go get 2 million? 84,000 to 2 million is a big gap. So you have to get clear on that growth target that you want to hit. You did 84,000 last year. Let's go for 300,000. Actually, let's go for 400,000. So now you have to take that and get really clear on why 400,000. Is it because you feel like you have excess capacity? Does it feel like you're in a really good place with closing business? You have to look to your marketing team and say, look, we did 84,000 last year. Can you guys go get us to this new level, 400K? And by the way, this is different. You could have done $1.5 million last year and you want to get to 2.5 million. It really depends what you want to hit and why. Because then you use that same math and you say, how many leads? Your marketing agency should tell you this, or your marketing leader, or you can figure it out yourself. But how many leads do we need to go get to get 800? Well, if our average jobs were 1,200 and we close at this quotes at this percent and we take leads at this percent to get to quotes, you can do some back of the napkin math to really estimate roughly how many leads it took you to go get 84,000 and it's going to take you to go get 400,000. Now what you're doing is you're budgeting to close that gap. And in the moving storage business, it's not like you have recurring business. You have to go get all new jobs. So now you have to go and think about how many leads, where are these leads coming from? Where did they come from last year? How much did they cost you last year per channel? And most business owners dramatically under budget for the goals they're trying to achieve. And you want to make sure that you aim for at least 6 to 8% of projected revenue for your stage of business. And in this case, we're going from 84,000 to 400,000. So 6 to 8% of 400,000 is what you should project. Now, when you have a lot of marketing going and you're in the $1.5 million to, let's call it 3 million and on up, those percentages change a little bit. But most business owners in the moving storage under budget what they're trying to hit. And there's a lot of reasoning into that. We'll cover that in other videos. But that's the quick and dirty on how to establish a marketing budget for that predictable growth. Because when you get really clear on that, people can go achieve that for you.